Those were fun parties.
They were fun parties. Suffice to say that there was one, we didn't have Halloween parties on Halloween. It was a couple weeks before, and it was one of those years where one of the night we were having a party, there was actually snowflakes falling out of the sky, and we're all in the pool. It was pretty cool.
Yes. And
that was the night that, for whatever reason, I was in the pool naked. No one else was naked, just me. And
well, there's nothing wrong with being naked by yourself.
I had a towel, dried off, went back in the cabana, and there were a lot of women there who I had never met before. And
did they throw up?
No, I was changing into my shorts, because I didn't bring a bathing suit.
Did any of them jump out of a window?
And I just got dressed in front of everybody. And
I believe I remember that.
The amount of women just covering their fucking mouths and laughing and pointing at my lack of a penis was all right. And I'm like, girls, it's cold. You know what I mean? I'm a shower.
You've got shrinkage.
I'm a grower, not a shower. All right?
You got shrinkage like the Seinfeld show.
And I'm going to say,
fucking shrinkage.
I believe that most guys are growers, not showers. I'd like to think I'm average, okay? Yeah, I understand I don't have a huge cock, right? I like to think I'm fucking average.
I think this whole cock thing is so funny. Anybody that's walking around worried about how big their cock is I don't know. You've just got to get a life. I mean, and I hate that term. You got to get a life.
Yeah.
But you really do. You got to find something else to fucking think about.
Listen, I'm not worried about it.
Because it doesn't matter.
Because no one who has actually had it inside of them has ever complained. All right? We'll put it that way.
If you're with a woman that
apparently
wants a huge
size
cock,
doesn't matter,
then she's the wrong woman for you.
You don't want to be with a girl who's really interested in how big your dick is. I mean,
because then you got to go out and she's going to go be
that.
fucking.
Let me think about that for a second.
She's going to come. You're going to come home one night and there's going to be a fucking band of Indians in there with huge cocks fucking the shit out of her.
Right.
She's going to be watertight on your bed.
Right.
With guys jerking off on her back.
Right.
I mean, it's not going to be a good scene.
Right.
So, I'm just saying.
No, you got to work with what God gave you. I understand what you're saying.
Well, it's not like you got in line to pick out your cock and you go, hey, I like that little compact one over there in the corner.
You know what the problem is?
That's what you got.
It's the availability and immediacy of pornography. You know what I mean? Like pornography, it used to be really hard to get at when we were younger, but now that's the other thing. Technology and clearly the internet.
The internet's
really easy
loaded
to get
with
pornography. Have you? I mean, let's be honest now, okay? We like to be honest. I will honestly say I had a porn problem for a little while. I don't anymore. I look at it maybe 4 or 5 times a year now. I'm not hung up with porn, but I was for a while. Were you ever hung up with porn?
No, not really.
I mean, never mind internet porn, but like even when we were younger, like when you first knew about the magazines, or did you ever have the friend whose father or brother had the stack of magazines? I'm including that. You know what I mean? Not just the fucking free fucking porn that you can find anything.
Somebody would get a hold of a couple of magazines. Like one time, somebody got a hold of a Hustler.
Yeah.
Which was way better than a Playboy.
Well, it was way better because there was more anatomy they were showing.
Yeah,
like the inside of
over.
shit.
She had her legs over her fucking head and shit.
Yeah,
and I remember there was the Hustler. Well, the couple of I don't remember if it was a Hustler or a couple of Hustlers, or I've got this confused with another Hustler. But I'll never forget there was a picture of a woman who was dropping or made to look as if she was dropping little turds on a cookie sheet.
In a regular magazine.
Hustler magazine.
No shit.
Yes.
I mean,
so
what? She was like squatting over a fucking pan of chocolate chip cookies or
right,
something?
And there was 2/3 of the pan was filled with these little, shit dumplings. And
I mean, did it look like shit or did it look like fucking Toll House fucking chocolate chips or whatever?
I think I was probably 11 at the time.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
But I'll never forget that
That's
image.
what you remember.
You know, it's just burned into my brain.
That's funny.
But no, I've never been like, I don't think I've really ever been addicted to anything. You know?
I mean, what do you mean?
I don't think I've ever been
To any substance or any, I mean, listen, listen. I'm addicted to everything. I'm addicted to booze, drugs, sex, food, pornography. I'm an addict. I'm an addict. Gambling. I'm addicted to everything. What do you mean you haven't never been addicted to anything? Come on.
Because I'm not. Addiction is, you might be.
I mean, by definition, you're not physically addicted to anything or mentally or emotionally anything.
You got to be, don't confuse addiction with dependence.
Well, I just listed off a bunch of shit that I'm not dependent on. I listed off a bunch of shit I'm addicted to.
No,
I'm not dependent on
I'm
gambling.
Not. Addicted means that, like, if I don't have this in 15 minutes, my head's going to explode. No. But
I'm addicted to this podcast.
no.
You understand what I'm saying?
Well,
I'm addicted.
no.
I'm an addict. That's my personality. I'm addicted to anything that makes me feel good.
Yeah, but you get passionate about stuff.
Well, am I passionate about booze, drugs, gambling, sex, food,
Well,
pornography?
Yeah, but
I mean,
you gave card playing an actual college try to go and make a living at it.
I don't consider the poker thing my addiction. I was addicted to sports betting, and I'm over it. I got over it. I stopped it, but I
don't think I didn't know that.
Nobody knows that. Only my bookie. Hi, Dave.
All four
Dave,
of us know.
by the way, my former bookie listens to this podcast.
Well,
and Dave, I believe I owe you a little money from like 7 years ago before I quit. I'll get it to you, buddy.
It's on the way.
And thank you for not asking for it.
Checks in your mouth.
Yeah.
I mean, on the way.
I was betting $3,000 to $6,000 every Saturday and another $4,000 to $5,000 every Sunday, and routinely either winning $1,500, $2,000 a week, or losing $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a week.
No, to be honest, no. I
For 2
have to
years.
Say, I drink because I like to escape. Drinking to me is a fun thing to do because there's a process to it. And I really only drink beer other than a few Fireballs. And I rarely get drunk because I hate having a hangover.
Right.
Hangovers suck.
No, they're the worst.
That's why I drink the Bud Select 55, which is wonderful. For all of you out there that like to pound beer,
I'll tell you what.
you can pound these
at
all
the very
day.
last.
Get a little buzz.
It makes your piss clear.
Your piss is clear.
Yep.
Because, real Budweiser, 5% alcohol, it's a diuretic. It's sucking you dry. That's why you're so, you wake up in the morning with your tongue glued to the fucking roof of your mouth.
Right.
But, no, I mean, as far as addiction, I'm being brutally honest. No. Dependence, sure.
All right. What's the difference between dependence and addiction then?
Well, I think
one has to be part of the other. Dependence is part of addiction.
So
addiction might not be part of dependence.
So say,
or maybe the other way around. I don't know.
Say you start. Say you start. Hold on a minute. What am I trying to say? You go to the doctor. You have some surgery. They give you some pain pills, and you take the pain pills as needed. And then if you stop taking them, you start to feel like shit.
This is semantics. Go ahead.
So you need to take more pain pills.
Right.
But you're not addicted.
I got you.
You want to stop, but you can't because you're dependent.
But I understand that, and we've all been there. But I'm talking about now that you're not needing them and you're thinking about that feeling and you're taking them recreationally. Now, listen. Recreational drug use is another thing that we're going to address at another time. But if you ever have taken a Vicodin or 2 or 3 just to feel good,
or 10,
you are a drug addict. You're not. That's it. You have an addictive personality. You're using
I don't believe that.
You are intoxicating yourself for no reason other than it feels good.
I look at drugs like this. You know, people go on vacation to get away from stuff. So think about 10 Vicodin as a fucking vacation. You follow what I'm saying?
I'll pick that up later.
You're just going away for a little while.
Jesus, 10 Vicodin will make you fucking sweat.
So
It's a lot of acetaminophen, man.
yeah, no. By the way, yeah, you should never take anything with acetaminophen
But listen,
because it's horrible.
that being
It'll
said,
kill your liver,
if you got
especially if you're drinking while you're taking
you
it.
got a couple of Vicodin, I'm down with popping 2 of them. I'm gonna break it right in half, and I'm gonna take 2 of them
Well, it's just the.
because I'm an addict.
But there's a difference between that going on a vacation and your teeth are falling out because you don't brush them anymore because your fucking life is all about finding more Vicodin or some sort of opiate.
Yeah, I mean, if you're waking up first thing in the morning and all you're thinking about is where I'm
Your
going to get my next Vicodin, I think
Your
that's
family's fucking gone.
So you're saying that's addiction?
You're living in the fucking dumpster
That's your
behind the
definition
rest.
of addiction?
Well, it's not my definition, but I believe that's more in line with somebody who is wildly addicted than somebody that's going to go on a little vacation.
Do you believe? I know you may not even have an opinion about this, but I mean, you're well read and everything.
No, I'm not.
Listen,
I don't read.
Listen, do you think that it's a possibility to be addicted to pot? There are people who wake up in the morning and all they can think about is, oh my God, do I have pot and am I going to be able to smoke it? That to me means it's addictive. They say it's not. I'm pretty sure it's addictive.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know enough about it.
Okay.
I do know that I've seen this enough times to believe this is correct. That 25% of the population, if they take a drug, will become addicted.
To that particular drug. Not all drugs.
Not all drugs,
Okay.
no. But like if you get, there's 25% of the, say you've never taken a pain pill in your life, you have your first surgery ever, they hand you a fucking prescription with 50 Percocet in it, and you take that and you're off the fucking rails.
Yeah.
Your life is on a fucking collision course with, you're in a fucking, 6 months later, you're sucking cock for pain
rock.
pills.
Sucking cock for rock, baby.
Yes. You know, your family's gone and you've drained your bank account and the fucking house is sold and you fucking traded your boat for 3 Percocet. And,
Well, then you got to be smart and stem the tide. That I'm telling you.
you know, that's addiction.
I'm telling you, that was me and gambling, buddy. I had
So-
to stop the shit before I lost everything. I almost lost everything. I made it happen. I managed to not lose. Well, some people might say I have lost everything, but whatever.
I don't think you've lost everything.
Well, I mean,
What's everything?
it
You're not
doesn't
dead.
matter. I got a whole new life. It's weird. I got a job. I got a wife.
Dude, you got a job.
I know it's wacky, right?